Welcome to Through the Looking Glass, where we take a look at current Catholic world news and events that affect the Catholic world. Today we start with news out of Rome. The Amazon Synod final document says the following in paragraph 95, and I quote, "It is urgent for the Amazon Church to promote and confirm ministries for men and women in an equitable manner," end quote, thereby calling for women's ministries at Mass. It specifically says that women can, I quote, "receive the ministries of the lector and acolyte, among others, to be developed," end quote. We continue to read in paragraph 100, I quote, "The magisterium of the Church since the Second Vatican Council has highlighted the leading place that women occupy within it," end quote. Although commonplace these days, the arguments against women in ministries are strongly authoritative in both scripture and the writings of the popes over the centuries. St. Paul in 1 Corinthians 14:34 writes, I quote, "Women should remain silent in churches," end quote, a law which was followed in the Church until various interpretations of the Second Vatican Council saw women reading at Mass. An excerpt from Pope Benedict XIV's 1755 encyclical Aletheia Sunt reads, I quote, "Innocent IV strictly forbade it in his letter to the Bishop of Tusculum. I quote, "Women should not dare to serve at the altar. They should be altogether refused this ministry," end quote. We too have forbidden this practice in the same words in our oft-repeated constitution, Etsi Pastoralis. In 1994, Pope John Paul II also stressed the impossibility of female ordination in his document Ordinatio Sacerdotalis. He used the examples of Our Lady as clear proof that women were not meant to be in ordained ministry, adding that Christ would have chosen his mother if he had intended this. Keeping with the Synod, a top Vatican media official has stated that there had been no ceremony in the Vatican gardens where guests of the Amazon Synod prostrated themselves. Although video footage of the event on October the 4th clearly shows men and women in a circle bowing to the ground before various statues, including the controversial Pachamama statue, Paolo Ruffini, the prefect of the Holy See's Dicastery for Communications, denies that the prostrations happened. Father James Martin is coming under fire from a US bishop and a cardinal after a tweet appearing to question the Bible's condemnation of homosexuality. Last week, American Jesuit priest Father James Martin posted the following to his public Twitter account, and I quote, "Interesting, where the Bible mentions same-sex sexual behavior at all, it clearly condemns it. I freely grant that. The issue is precisely whether the biblical judgment is correct. The Bible sanctioned slavery as well, and nowhere attacked it as unjust," end quote. Although Father James Martin claims to uphold the Church's teachings, he is outspoken regarding his calling on the Church to accept homosexuality. Father James Martin's tweet has elicited responses from both Bishop Joseph Strickland of Tyler, Texas, and Cardinal Wilfred Napier of Durban, South Africa. Bishop Strickland's response reads, and I quote, "Thank you for acknowledging that you question Scripture. If we go down that road, where do we stop? I know you have lots of support, but you are challenging the deposits of faith that I promised to defend. As a bishop, I will keep defending it," end quote. Cardinal Napier also shared his views with the following response, I quote, "How convenient to use slavery to justify support for homosexuality, totally overlooking the fact that the Bible is overwhelmingly the story of God freeing his people from all slavery, physical and political, but also slavery to idols and false gods, to moral and spiritual aberrations," end quote. Last week saw the legalization of abortion and same-sex marriage in Northern Ireland. The Catholic bishops of Northern Ireland issued a statement on Tuesday regarding the policy changes, and I quote, "This is a tragic day for the unborn children who will now never bless our world with their unique and precious lives. It is also a sad day for our local democracy," end quote, they declared. I quote, "We are also concerned at the redefinition of marriage, which effectively places the union of two men or two women on a par with the marriage relationship between a husband and wife, which is open to the procreation of children," end quote, they added. Parliament has been tasked with setting up the new marriage code and the first gay weddings are expected to take place in the week leading up to St. Valentine's Day. To close, a Polish priest is warning about the dangers of the Rainbow Fridays curriculum being pushed on Polish school children and how it connects it to the communist forces. Polish priest Dariusz Oko, an outspoken critic of the LGBT agenda, said, and I quote, "It is not about education, it's sexual depravity," end quote. Father Oko went on to say, I quote, "It is important to remember that the genderists are like communists, and that is why they use the same lies and manipulations. Their main purpose is the deprivation of children." From me, Daniel, and the Quidverium team, that's all for now. Please pray for our church, and in this month of Our Lady, may she guide us and intercede for us, and may St. Michael protect us all. God bless.